Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the UEG Week 2019 here in beautiful Barcelona. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you my next interview guest. It's Professor Javier. I really rehearsed this name a little bit. Javier, I hope it was right.
Javier is okay.
Javier Santos, you are head of the Neuroimmunogastroenterology Lab at the University Valpron here in Barcelona. And you are the winner of the Horizon 2020 collaborative
That's
grant. So congratulations, first of all.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Before we talk about this grant and how you applied for it, could you just give us a slight insight into your field of expertise, and that is irritable bowel disease. You investigated the role of mast cells and the alterations in microbiota, and as well on a more molecular level alterations in the small intestine. Now, mast cells, everybody doctor knows them to play a crucial role in allergies, but that's not all. You say there's a role in IBS as well.
Well, yes, that's a long story, Hannah. It's 20 years, we have been working like for 20 years in this area. We began working in GI allergies, and that's the reason that we get used to work with mast cells, but down the road we have realized that mast cells are executive cells, chief cells that dominate immune cells in the gut. You have to recall that the gastrointestinal tract possesses the biggest and the largest immune area of all the tissues. Basically 60-70% of the immune cells are represented within the gut. No, that's very important. And mast cells are somehow coordinated responses. No, so and because IBS is a disorder in where you have changes in permeability, changes in immune function, activation of immune cells. The role of mast cells it's very important. No? At the beginning we were like alone, no, in the field, and now you see that many people, not only in IBS, I would say many inflammatory disorders of the gut, like IBD, microscopic colitis, and some others, the role of mast cells have been highlighted. No, and they are, I think, in many cases, they are also the target for therapeutic advances. No?
And the second topic was alteration, or rather perturbation of microbiota. It's a highly debated issue in many medical conditions. What role does it play in IBS?
Well, in IBS probably is one of the best studied disorders in terms of microbiota, no? Because I think there was soon the feeling that microbiota was involved. We still don't know whether changes in microbiota precede or not. Is the egg or the chicken story, no? We still don't know. Certainly there are a lot of changes in microbiota. We are talking about bacteria, but we need to know that we have also fungi, we have viruses, we have phages, we have many different commensals there, no? So it's very important to keep track of what they are doing. We know that there are many therapies also intended to change the microbiota alterations, no? But it's not clear, no, whether there's a benefit or clear benefit or not. The feeling is that there's a benefit, but there's no clear demonstration.
A lot of work still to do.
And regarding pathophysiology of IBS, still there's more road ahead, no? Because we still need to know which specific bacteria develop a role in IBS and all the physiological changes that we've seen in these patients.
What were your findings on a molecular level?
Molecular level, this is very interesting because IBS has been always considered a functional GI disorder, so there is no organic basis for that, but we and many other groups in Europe and all over the world have described alterations in the tight junctions, not only at the luminal level, but if you go down the road, you can find a lot of tight junctions of the alterations, no? Not only in the small bowel, but also in the colon, no? So that's very important, no? And that's part of the story, because tight junctions regulate the passage of molecules across the epithelium, and that at the same time makes the immune system aware that something worse or something bad is happening there, no?
Right, yeah.
Because they're not used to get all these passage of molecules. No?
Right.
So,
Now, I said you are the winner of the Horizon 2020 award, and just tell us a little bit about how you applied for it. Was it the first time you applied for this?
well, it's the first time I applied as a coordinator. I have been involved in several other H2020 proposals and as a partner, no? But the process basically, in this case, it takes like 1 year in 2 stages, stage 1 and stage 2. Stage 1, the more difficult thing I would say is to find the correct partners, no?
Right.
The people you are used to work with, no? The people that you know that have expertise, no?
How did you find them?
Well, we already know each other, no? We have been working with many of the partners throughout years in collaborations, proposals, sometimes with 2 or 3, sometimes with 1 of them. So that was not difficult, no? And as soon as we realized that there was a call that was probably good for us, I wrote them, and they agreed very, very fast, no?
Yeah.
And then the stage 1 process is not difficult. It's only 10, 12 pages proposal. It has been very, very specific and very well written also, no? And if you get through this stage 1, then you need help, because there's a stage 2 which is very complicated, very specific, and you cannot do it on your own. We have
So how did you manage it?
Yeah, we have an European office at our institution that provided us some help, but that was not enough. So we hired a person that was expert in this kind of applications, no? And she was also English native, because the writing is very important, no? And there are some specific things that you have to write in the grant that is not about science, that you don't know how to do it. If you don't have that help, you won't ever get to the end, no?
Yes.
So, and at the same time, you try to coordinate all the scientific work with all your partners, no? Which is not a difficult process, but it's tedious and it's time-consuming, and you have to discuss with your partners the budget, what they want to do, how many. It's something that you are sometimes not used to do, but it worked well.
Time-wise, how long is that process altogether? I mean, step 1 and step 2.
So we began our application on August 8, 2018, and it ended on, I think, April on 2019. So basically it's about a year, but in 2 separate stages, no?
Yeah.
So when you finish stage 1, you have to wait 2 or 3 months until the resolution. If you get passed through, then you have to work hard another 3 months, and that's it, until you get the final resolution.
Yeah. In what way do you think will this grant help you and your work?
It will help us, or it's going to help us. Well, there was a tremendous need there, no? So IBS is the most common functional GI disorder, no? And is as common as asthma and hypertension and many other disorders, no? The problem is that in the European Commission, there had been previous applications for IBS that didn't succeed, no? And there was a clear need, no? There was an imbalance between the number of patients, the afflicted patients, and the money it was given for research, no? So we're really, really very happy for our patients, no, and for all the people that is involved in treating these disorders, because we think we are going to do very good, excellent science that surely will help them, no?
Javier, correct?
Yes.
Thank you very much for being here and spending your time with us. And again, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.